up in the air. I want you to
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have filmed this Coachella festival inspired makeup look. I literally had no idea what I was gonna do when I sat down. I just pulled a bunch of sparkly, shimmery things in my makeup collection and I was like, let's do this. I knew that I wanted to stay gold and bronzy and just really glowy. Like when I think of Coachella, I think of just very dewy and sparkly. If you've seen that picture that went viral on Pinterest of the two girls and they have like all this glitter highlight, that was kind of my inspiration for my highlight. I wanted it super sparkly, super glowy. And then with the eyes, I just kind of winged it. And then I added these two little jewels because I've seen a lot of people do it and it's so cute. This year will be my first time at Coachella ever. I'm beyond pumped, beyond excited. I'm going with Too Faced and Key Australia, which I could not be happier. I've never been. Everyone always makes a huge deal out of it and I'm just like, let's see what it's all about. I'm just like super honored and super excited that I get to go. So I hope you guys enjoy this look. I wanted to give you guys a little bit of inspo. Hopefully I'll meet a lot of you guys there. And if you want to see how I got this, just keep watching. So first, I'm going to prime my skin. As usual, I'll link all the products I use down in the description bar. For my base, I am mixing my foundation with this liquid gold illuminizer on my beauty blender, like so. And I'm just going to start pouncing this all over the skin. And I'm self-tan right now, so that's why my face is super pale. I don't self-tan my face, but once we blend everything, it'll match, I promise. Whenever you do a dewy look, it's very shiny. It looks almost oily, like you can see in a second. It looks kind of like greasy, but once it dries, it'll be beautiful. Just let it set, let it dry. Don't be afraid to do dewy looks just because it looks a little bit intimidating as it dries. I'm going to take some eye primer applied to my eyelids just as a base, and then I'm going to go ahead and highlight and conceal. I'm going to be using concealer on my eyelids as well. I like to use an eye primer first so that way the concealer does not crease. So I'm just applying concealer underneath of my eyes, the bridge of my nose, just really the center of my face, and then also my eyelids, and I will blend everything out with my beauty blender. I use my beauty blender for everything. It's just my magic must-have staple tool. It's just great. Like, it blends everything flawlessly and I can't be without it. So I'm going to set my concealer with this translucent setting powder anywhere that I applied it. So underneath my eyes, center of my face. Also, I'm going to take a little bit on top of my eyelids as well to set that concealer even further. I'm also baking my nose a little bit differently. I had my makeup done 2 weeks ago for the first time, and the girl contoured my nose so beautifully. I'm trying to like practice it. So that's why I'm contouring the sides of my nose a little bit differently today. Once it sets, I'm just dusting off all of the excess powder. You can leave this on while you do your eyeshadow if you want, but I'm just going to go ahead and dust it off. So I'm going in with the Morphe 35R palette. It's so stunning, you guys. I know I showed it on Snapchat. I'm taking this brown shade first in the crease as my transition color, just back and forth. Lots of warm tones today. Then I'm going to switch to a domed crease brush. I'm going to go in with this saddle brown and also this kind of chocolatey brown color. I'm just going back and forth in the crease. I'm bringing this all the way from inner corner to outer corner, just working it until I get the intensity that I want. Am I the only one who kind of like looks in the mirror at myself and kind of makes sure both my eyes are even? As I blend, I go back to my crease brush just to also buff out any harsh lines. Now I'm taking this dark brown with a pencil brush to intensify the outer V and lower crease of the eye, and once I place it, I'll buff it again with that dome brush. For the lid color, I'm taking this peachy gold and I'm just really working on packing it intensely on the lid, going all the way up right below the crease. I'm not bringing it all the way down to the lash line, however, because I am going to do winged liner and it kind of defeats the purpose. And you'll see I'm using a colored liner, so I don't want to put too much too close to the lash line because, I mean, it's just going to get covered up anyways. I'm going to layer a separate gold on top just in the center to add dimension. This is one of my favorite gold eyeshadows ever and just really make it like insane. you can't add enough gold or glitter for Coachella. And then there's a little bit of fallout, so I just take my powder brush to buff that off. So for my eyeliner, I wanted something nude and I didn't have a nude liner. So I'm using this liquid lipstick. It's from Anastasia in the shade Milkshake, and I'm taking a MAC eyeliner brush. I just put some on a little plate and then I'm winging out my eyeliner. Look at how close I have to get to the mirror, you guys. Like, I'm impressed I got this much on camera, but it's really hard because I get super close to the mirror. I'm just applying this like I would any regular gel eyeliner. I'm just using this liquid, and I love the way it turned out. I think it's so cool. I've never done a nude eyeliner before, and I really, really was happy because it has a little pink undertone, so it's really, really cool, really different, nothing that I've done before. I'm taking some concealer on an angled brush just to clean up the shadow underneath of the eyeliner. For my lashes, I'm using these from MAC. I think they're MAC 35s. I've had them forever. They can be a little bit tricky. Sometimes the inner corner pops off. I think mine did a little bit in the intro, so I try to wiggle them beforehand, but I love them because they're really different, and I just love the way they look with this eyeshadow. Once lashes are done, I'm going on to the brows. I'm going to highlight right underneath of the brow with my Kelly Baker Brow Conceal, and then I'm going to go in with my Anastasia Brow Wiz. I'm focusing on the under part of the brow. I don't do too much on top anymore, and then I will spoolie it out and go in with a clear brow gel. I focus on brushing them upwards because I want them really feathery, and it's just a look I've been loving lately. Moving on to my contour, I'm going to take the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit. I'm starting with the shade Java to map out my contour and go in the hollows of my cheeks, and then also contouring my nose, and with my nose I'll use a smaller little brush. Then I'm taking the shade Havana with a powder brush. This is a bigger bronzing brush, and I'm just buffing and adding more dimension and color and really bronzing up the skin because I'm not going to put any blush on today. Going back to the eyes, I'm taking this MAC eyeliner. It's a nude chromographic pencil. For the waterline, I want them really bright. So going to the lower lash line, I'm taking these warm caramel orangey browns. I'm just buffing, buffing, buffing all on the lower lash line, bringing it lower and lower and lower until I get it how I want it. And then I'm going to take the brown shade and an angled brush and go right against the lash line to add that dimension. This, I'm just using an angled brow brush. You can use any kind of brush that you want, like a flat definer brush would work as well. Then I'm going back to the gold I used on the lid from the Morphe palette, and I'm really bringing it down and smoking it lower, 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 and it adds this beautiful dimension of matte and then shimmer, and in the sun, like outside, it just sparkles. It's so, so nice. For the jewels in the center of the eye, they are kind of hard to apply, so that's why the clip's really short, but I just used a little bit of lash glue, let it dry, and then applied them right in the center. Now we're going to take a quick little bath in some highlight. I'm using Estee Lauder Heat Wave, one of my favorite highlighters, and I'm just applying it over and over and over and over and over and then over and over until I'm sparkling like the sun. I'm hitting all my high points, also going above the brow, center of the nose, above the lip, and I'm also going to take it on the inner corner of the eyes. Just when you think I'm done highlighting, we're going to add more. I said it, yes, more is more is more. So I'm going to go in with this loose highlight and apply it right on top. We're going to be glowing to the heavens. There can never be enough. Now I'm going to add some texture. So I'm taking this Stila Liquid Metal Gold shade, and I'm just placing this all around where I highlighted on my cheeks, and then I'm going to take my finger and kind of press it into the skin a little bit more. To finish with a lip color, I just applied a nude pink lip gloss all over, and then I took this Jouer lip topper that's a foiled gold and applied it right on the center, and it just looks wet, glowing. I also highlighted my body and sprayed it with some body oil, and then we're good to go. As you saw in the beginning, this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel down below if you have not. And also, let me know if you're going to Coachella. I hope I get to meet a lot of you guys there. Yay! Okay, I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video.